We filed this lawsuit on behalf of Chante Price and her son because of the actions of police officer Bailey at her son's school last year.
My name is Chante Price, and my son attended Moulton Elementary School, where there was an incident with a police officer and he was assaulted. And I believe that justice needs to be done.
The son had been sent to the cafeteria, and Officer Bailey was giving some students there a talk about following the rules, and apparently her son was talking with a friend about a book that he had been reading. The officer seems to have viewed this as disrespectful, and maybe it was disrespectful, but what the officer did had no justification. He took TP's head and slammed it into the cafeteria table, then lifted him up by his shirt and said something like, "If you do that again, I'm going to take you down to the station house," in other words, arrest you, and then dropped him back in his seat.
I was worried about my child when he came home because I received a text from him on his way home saying that a police officer had slammed his head into the desk and grabbed him by his shirt.
TP had a bad headache that afternoon. His mother took him to the emergency room. We think it's likely that he suffered a mild concussion. He had headaches for 2 weeks after that, and he still feels less enthusiastic about going to school than he used to, and certainly more afraid of the police. Police officers should know that there's no excuse for using that kind of violence against a small 10-year-old kid in school, just if you think the kid is being disrespectful, or really for almost any reason.
It's important to bring this lawsuit to help kids that live in low-income apartments, that there is a better world out there, and just keep hoping and keep doing what's good.
We think students need to understand that they have a right of personal safety that shouldn't be infringed by police officers, and so we filed this lawsuit to try to get some compensation for TP and to hope to educate both police officers and students about why this was such a wrong thing for the officer to do.